All right, hello everyone. How are you? It's Kay. So let's start the live stream today. Today's topic is on weekly forecast. So I will cover the Forex pairs and gold, WTI, index, and Bitcoin. Also news for this week. All right, so let's start right now. So this is the 14th of August, 2022 on Sunday. So hold on, let me just set things up here. All right. Oh, by the way, as you can see in the back, it's a sandstorm. I can't see anything outside because the sandstorm is so strong, so dense, so thick today. So it looks like I'm in a thick Kumo now. But the markets are active. I mean, the Forex pairs are active. So hopefully we see some nice trends this week. Okay, so now let me switch screen. Okay. And as usual, as a quick disclaimer, this content on my YouTube channel is basically for educational purposes only. So when you take trades, please do with your own risk management. And also, since this is live, if you can please follow the rules and guidelines, that would be great on the chat. Because after all, we're all here to learn. And also, recently, there are so many spam accounts in social media, so please be careful. I don't do Telegram, Instagram, or Facebook, and I never send direct messages to anyone through the social media. So please be careful in case you see them or receive any messages from myself, from my name. Okay, so now let's see. Let me say hi to everyone and start the live stream. Okay, all right. TSM, thank you for joining. And Tech with Kasuwa, thank you for joining as well. Win and Sarosh, Gabby, thank you for joining as well. All right, JJ, good to see you also. Thank you for joining. And Homan, Rose, good to see you too. Thank you for joining. Sam and Augustine, Noel, and John Hera and Anis, thank you for joining as well. Great to see you. All right, Hawao and Kalev, good to see you here. Hardika and Arvid, thank you for joining as well. Great to see you. And Sarosh, again, good to see you too. Right, thick mono trade, exactly. Yeah, that's right. In the back, it's a thick Kumo, so no trace. Okay, and look, good to see you, Weil. Robert, good to see you too. Thank you for joining. All right, Gan, good to see you too. All right. He says, how to forecast monthly by using only cloud. You can't really analyze charts by Kumo only. You have to use Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen, and Chikou-span. Because Ichimoku is complete with these 5 lines as a whole total. Okay, all right, Dikachi, thank you for joining also. Hussein, good to see you. Nat, thank you for joining also. Gabriele and Fam, good to see you too. All right. Oh, bye. Thank you for joining also. Good to see you. All right. So now let me switch to trading view and start my analysis. So since this is weekend, I check the weekly, also the daily time frames. So sometimes I get these questions like, so I follow the daily time frame or the 4-hour time frame during the week. So why do you check the weekly and also monthly? You know, when in the end of the month or in the end of the week? And my answer is yes. I only follow the daily or the 4-hour time frames during the week on the Forex pairs. So basically every day I check the daily time frame and the 4-hour time frame 3 times per day in screen charts. But the reason that I check the weekly and the monthly time frames is that so that I know where the major direction is, because usually the market trends, market follows the major higher time frame trends. So let's say, for example, on this Euro USD, a weekly I think still down because Kumo Senko span A is down, Kijun Sen is down, and Chikou span is below the candles. The weekly is down, but daily is now on the bullish wave. So on the wave analysis, this is bullish. So it may break the Kumo, right, on the daily time frame. So this is kind of opposite direction. Weekly is down, daily is up on the price. So what do I do is, since weekly is down, and also I pointed that there is a descending trend line, bounced once, twice, 3 times, and 4 times, 5 times last week. So this week or next week, I expect the market will be resisted and continuously go down this way by following the weekly trend. That means if I see downtrend, either on the daily or the 4-hour time frame this week or next week, I will follow. So that's what it means by checking the higher time frames. So I always follow a major direction. So that's why I check these higher time frames. So today, again, since this is a weekend, I will cover the weekly time frame, also the daily time frame. On these forex pairs on my watch list, I will cover these 21 pairs first, and then go to gold and WTI, index, and Bitcoin. All right, so here we go. Let's see. So again, on the Euro USD, weekly is down, daily is up in price action. But in terms of Ichimoku, technically this is a range. To get to more details about this, when you see the prices in between Kijun Sen and Kumo, and Chikou span is very close, this is range, as per Ichimoku. In price action, it's bullish in the wave, because it broke the resistance, so it's bullish in the wave. But in Ichimoku, it's range. That means this end wave bullish is not so trustable. It may be ranging next week or this week, next week. It may range, it may go up, breaks Kumo, breaks the trend line Kumo, it goes up, or it may go down. But the thing is, we can't really tell which way it's going on the daily time frame. And then, if you look at the weekly, it's down. So in this case, most probably the market goes down, is my view. So I will get ready to sell on the market. However, if the price breaks the trend line, also breaks the Kumo, then I will get ready to buy. And most likely I will follow the 4-hour time frame, because daily still might be flat, but the 4-hour I wait for the uptrend. I mean Kumo up, Kijun Sen up in the 4-hour time frame and follow uptrend. And target will be the weekly Kijun Sen at that time, because most likely a weekly Kijun Sen will become flat or down or flat. So Kijun Sen on the weekly will be the target if I buy after the Kumo breakout. So that will be the scenario for the Euro USD. So again, so far still this is bearish for me. But let's see if it breaks the trend line or the Kumo bullish. So let me see. The next one is the Euro AUD. I think Euro AUD is more simple, more clear, downtrend, right? Because a weekly Senko span A is down, Kijun Sen is down, Tenkan Sen is also down, Chikou span below the candles, and daily time frame also shows it's down. So it's bearish. Right? There is previous support here at 1.4322. So that will be the target, and that will be the initial target. And that's, let me see how many pips. That's 68, almost like 70 pips to that level. So if you buy tomorrow, Monday, then that will be the potential target. So, but usually for me, I take a day off on Monday from trades. So I think I'll just come back on Tuesday and see if it breaks the support or not. If it breaks support, then I will also look for the selling edge. So for me, this is bearish. So I will flag red, Euro AUD bearish. Okay, so like this, I check each one of these pairs. Okay, so next one is the Euro pound. Okay, Euro pound is ranging on the weekly, ranging on the daily. So I simply stay away. There is no direction. On the weekly, it's range. On the daily time frame, this looks to be a bit bearish. So I think in the short term, this is bearish. The market was resisted by this Kijun Sen once and twice before. And this was also bounced by the descending trend line. So to me, this is bearish in price action. Then the price is below the Kijun Sen now. So I think this is still bearish. But Chikou span is still touching. So we have to wait for the Chikou span to be away from the candles to sell. So yeah, I will wait for that to happen sometime this week, and sell. So yeah, but weekly is ranging, so it may break the trend line and goes up. That's also possible. So yeah, I think this week, Euro pound is a bit lower priority than other trending pairs. So let's move on to the next one on the Euro JPY. Okay, Euro JPY weekly is now ranging Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, and daily is also ranging Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span touching on the daily. So both time frames has no trends. So we don't really know which way it's going. So I will simply skip this one. Right, next one is the Euro CAD. Euro CAD is bearish on the weekly, and I think the price is below the Kijun Sen, so daily time frame is also bearish. But the market has been ranging since the 13th of July, and to be safer, you want to wait for the break of the support here at 1.2967 and sell afterwards. Otherwise, it may continue to range or goes up. So, I mean, if it goes up, then it may go up to the weekly Kijun Sen, which is 1.3339. So, and then the market might be resisted here. There was also previous supports, so the market might be resisted around this area, and then go down eventually. But this is weekly time frame, so it may take let's see, like a couple more weeks or months for this to happen. So, but for now, both time frames are bearish. If this downtrend will be continuous, I prepare to sell even before the market breaks the support, and expect the market breaks. So again, for me, this is sell biased. So I will mark this one also. Euro CAD's downtrend for me. Based on Ichimoku Kinko, it's downtrend. Okay, next one is the Euro Swiss franc. So Swiss franc pairs has been really spiky, really trending, right? Trending pairs. So this is the Euro Swiss franc. It's down on the weekly, down on the daily. It broke the support nicely last Friday. So I will continuously look into sell. So I flag this one also. So next one is the USD JPY. USD JPY is still bullish on the weekly, but range on the daily. So we have to wait for the market to out of the Kumo on the daily to buy. But it may retrace back to Kijun Sen because Kijun Sen flat on the weekly. So if it breaks support on the daily, which is 130.34, then it may drop down to the weekly Kijun Sen at 126.90. So if it breaks that level, If it breaks the daily support, then 126.90 will be the target. But for now, this is bullish. So I still expect the market breaks bullish and the Kumo breakout on the daily. So, but let's see which way it goes. For now, I think Usd Systrank is best to trade so far. Okay, so let's move on to the next one, USDCAD. So USDCAD has been ranging too. A weekly is ranging. Kumo is up. Senko span A is up, but Kijun Sen is flat. And Chikou span is touching. So that means its range. It may retrace back to Kumo on the weekly. And daily broke the Kumo also. So I think in the short term, this is bearish. If you also look at the price action of the daily time frame, this was head and shoulders. The neckline was broken last Wednesday, 1.2770 level. So for me, this is bearish. I think the market goes down to the weekly Kumo. So if you're holding sell on the USDCAD, you can just keep holding. But this is not the best time to buy. Okay, so next one is the USD Systrank. This one is also bearish. At the moment, on the weekly time frame, it's going back to Kumo, and daily time frame is downtrending. So yeah, I continue to follow downtrend. But right now, the price is exactly on or slightly broke this flag, this bearish flag. So next week it may go up to this channel, the flag or the Kumo, and then it may go down. So since there is a flag breakout, I think if it just continue to go down, then I follow downtrend on the weekly and target to the downtrend on the daily and target to the weekly Kumo, like this way. Okay, so that's the USD Systrank. For me, this is still bearish. Okay, let me move on to the pound-based pairs. So next one is the pound USD. Pound USD is bearish on the weekly because Kumo is down and price below the Tenkan Sen. Chikou span below candles. So whenever you see the price below Tenkan Sen, it's bearish. But now Kijun Sen flat. So that means if the market breaks the Tenkan Sen this week, then it may go up to Kijun Sen on the weekly. So if you want to buy, the target is going to be on 1.2697. And if you look at the daily time frame, it's range. The price is going into Kumo now, so no direction on the daily, but it may go up on the weekly time frame. So since weekly is still downtrending, I will wait for the breakout of the weekly support 1.1762. Once the market breaks that level, I prepare to sell. So that is my plan for the pound USD. Okay, next one is the pound JPY. Pound JPY has been ranging, and if you look at the both weekly and daily time frames, there are too many wicks up and down. These spikes are very difficult to trade, so I will continuously stay away. Yeah, but one thing is that this is bearish in price action. If you just don't look at the Kumo, only look at the price action on the daily time frame, this is descending P wave. Like the supports are the same level and lower highs. This is descending P wave. So the market may be resisted at some point and then breaks the support. And then that will be the breakout of the Kijun Sen on the weekly, and it may go down to the Kumo, like that. So yeah, for now, I think I will just wait for the break of the support because this is bearish. And yeah, see if it goes down. But for now, I just stay away. I just wait for the break of the support. Okay, so next one is a pound CAD. Pound CAD is bearish on the weekly because the price is below the Tenkan Sen. And the market has been resisted by the Tenkan Sen many times on the weekly. So my guess is breakout of the support. It's downtrend for me. Daily is flat. Daily time frame is now flat. But so I wait for the break of the support, which is over here on 1.5356, and then come back and sell afterwards. Okay, so next one is the pound AUD. The pound AUD is also downtrend. It broke the support nicely last week. So I think this week will continuously be down. A weekly is down, daily is also down. So this is strong downtrend. So my view is bearish this way. So most likely this week, next week, towards the end of August, I think this pair will be downtrend. One thing to note is that the Kumo shape. When you see the thin Kumo like this, then it may retrace. So yeah, my view is Monday, Tuesday might be a retracement, and Thursday onwards, Wednesday, Thursday onwards, I think it goes down continuously because of this thin Kumo on the daily time frame. And overall, weekly time frame will continue to go down because weekly Kumo is not too thin. Only the daily Kumo is thin, so that means on the daily time frame, it may retrace and go down, but the weekly most likely will be continuously downtrend. So yeah, I will continue to monitor pound AUD for this selling opportunity here. Okay, next one is the pound Swiss franc. Pound Swiss franc is also down. Yeah, both weekly and daily are down. So I will continuously looking for the selling edge. There's no doubt on this one. Yeah, so I think pound Swiss franc is also a good pair to trade along with the euro Swiss franc this week. Okay, so let me now move on to the AUD based pairs. So the first one is the AUD USD. AUD USD is up right now, bullish, but the target is very close because it's on the weekly Kijun Sen. The market is retracing back to the weekly Kijun Sen, and the target is, let's see, like around 48 pips. And as for the daily time frame, it broke the Kumo nicely after Tenkan Kijun Gold Cross, Chikou Span breakout, and Kumo breakout. So for me, this is bullish. Yeah, it may go up to the weekly Kijun Sen first, and then go up to the weekly resistance 0.7283. So that's so if I see uptrend this week, I will follow on this one. So that was the AUD USD. So next one is the AUD CAD. Okay, let's see. AUD CAD is also similar case as AUD USD because weekly the market is going back to the weekly Kijun Sen, and daily is bullish, broke the Kumo. So for me, this is bullish also. The target is going to be the weekly Kijun Sen on the 0.9126 level. Alright, let's move on to the AUD JPY. Yeah, AUD JPY is range on the weekly because Kijun Sen is up, but Kumo is now flat. Tenkan Span A is retracing, so this is range. Daily time frame also shows range. So we have to at least wait for the break of this double top on the daily time frame, 95.74. And once that happens, we can prepare to buy and target to the daily resistance, which is 96.89. Okay, next one is the Aud Systrank. Yeah, Aud Systrank is ranging now. Weekly is exactly into Kumo, and daily is also into Kumo now. So we have to stay away from this one. And if you also look at the candles, the candlesticks on the weekly and the daily, you see so many wicks, like the fishbone, so many wicks. So this is not an ideal market to trade right now. Okay. Next one is the CAD JPY. CAD JPY is, for me, bullish on the weekly because there were two supports on 101.63, and 2 weeks back was a long wick in doji, and last week was also doji. So if doji breakout happens this week, I think the market goes up continuously. And that doji resistance last week was here on the daily time frame, 105.09. So if the market breaks that level, I think the market goes up this way. But and also in this case, we can focus on the Chikou span. Now, Chikou span location is important, but how the Chikou span has been tracing the previous candles is also important. In this example, on the daily time frame, Chikou span has been tracing the previous candles. So I think the market goes up as long as Chikou span keeps following the past candles like this way. But if the Chikou span takes away from the candles like this, then I think the market will range. So no trade in that case. So I will only buy if the market breaks 105.09 resistance on the daily and Chikou span keeps tracing the candles like this way. But as compared to the pound Swiss franc or the euro Swiss franc, this is not really trending up or down. So I think I will just, this would be my lower priority to trade this week. So I don't put the flag on this one. This is just my view. Okay, so next one is a CAD franc. So this pair is also bearish on the daily because it's below the Tenkan-sen. And it's retracing back to a weekly Kumo here. So yeah, this one is also a bit spiky. I see so many wicks every day, every week. So it can be spiky. So in this case, I would prefer to wait for the break of the support 0.7323 and look for the selling opportunity afterwards. Okay, and finally, Swiss franc JPY is bullish on the weekly, range on the daily. So I prefer to wait for the break of 143.73 and buy afterwards. Yeah, I draw the P wave on the daily time frame. So there was a bit overshoot on the P wave and then back to the P wave. And it looks like there was two resistances last week within the P wave. So it looks like the market goes down in the short term back to Kijun-sen maybe on the daily and then be supported and eventually breaks bullish is my view. Swiss franc has been really strong last week, so it may continue to be strong this week. Okay, so that covers the whole Forex pairs on my watch list. So again, in case you are newly joined here today, I screen all the pairs and looks like the best pair so far is the pound Swiss franc. Again, pound Swiss franc nicely broke the support on the weekly and the daily. Daily double top was broken bearish. So I think this downtrend is continuous. Pound Swiss franc is good to trade. And also, I would say Euro Swiss franc is also good to sell. So I will focus on these two pairs this week to trade. But I screen all the other pairs just in case if there's any other movement on the other pairs. Okay, so now let me move on to gold. Okay, So commodity and XAU USD gold. Weekly continuously ranging. Daily is about to break the Kumo. So in this case, I wait for the daily Kumo break. There was a Tenkan Kijun gold correspond breakout. So once the Kumo break happens on the daily, I think it goes up continuously up to the weekly resistance, weekly Kijun Sen, right? Or Senko Span B, which is 1875.63 will be the target. So let's see if it happens. For me, this is bullish, but I will enter after the Kumo breakout. Because when you see the price within the Kumo, that's like airplane under storm, and it might be very spiky on the lower time frames. So always better to wait for the Kumo breakout to decide to trace. Okay, so let me move on to WTI. WTI has been downtrending on the daily, but range on the weekly. But weekly WTI is about to break the Kumo because Kumo is really thin here. So when you see the thin Kumo, market is easy to break. If Kumo is thick, then it takes time for the market to break. But since this Kumo is really thin, I think once it breaks it, the downtrend will be continuous. And also, if you look at the daily time frame, let me redo a trend line. Because the market has been also been resisted by this descending trend line on the daily time frame. So I think this downtrend is continuous. Yep. So market might be resisted here and continuously goes down is my view. Okay, so that's WTI. Okay, so now let me move on to index and also Bitcoin. So first, let me do the index. So for the index, I check the weekly time frame. Okay, so here is Nikkei 225. Nikkei 225 broke the ascending P wave bullish and also resistances. 341.23, it broke the Kumo, broke the resistance, broke the P wave. So I think this will be continuously bullish. So for now, I put up arrow above that level, and I think this is bullish now. Okay, so let me move on to Dow Jones. Dow Jones is also bullish now. So it looks like indexes are now becoming bullish overall. So just as expected, there was a doji break and the market is going up to Kumo now. So it has actually went up to Kumo. So from here, it may reverse. It touched the Senko Span B. So it may reverse in a smaller in a short time, and then continuously goes up this way. So yeah, Dow Jones for me is bullish on the weekly now, and the US 100, right, Nasdaq is also bullish now. I think the market broke the Kijun Sen and it goes up to the Kumo now. So I will delete down arrow and still leave up arrow along the way. Okay, and S&P 500 is also bullish. So also as expected, the market broke the trend line, but market broke the resistance level, and it has gone up to the Senko Span B. So this one is also, again, it may be resisted and goes down, and then continuously goes up. So next Monday, Tuesday, next week might be bearish. But I think towards the end of August or September, I think this will be continuously bullish. So next one is the Euro stocks. Euro stocks is also similar case to US indices because it broke the Kijun Sen now, and it looks like it's going up to the resistance 4023.5. Yeah, because if the market goes up continuously, then this part's Kumo is very thin, so it can break the thin Kumo, then goes up to the previous resistance and supports. Around 4023.5 is a target on this one. Okay, next one is FTSE 100, right? This one is also bullish. Just I put the upper row, it's bullish now. So I think it goes up to 7664.80. That was a nice doji breakout last week. So I think this uptrend will be continuous. Okay, and then CAC front is also bullish now. It broke the Kijun Sen. So for CAC fronts, we have to wait for the break of 6594.35 and then target to the weekly resistance 6835.32. Okay, and then Dax Index is also now bullish. So Dax Index, however, is I think the least bullish one among the other index so far, because it's below the Kijun Sen still. And Kijun Sen is pointing down, Senko span A is pointing down. So it may take a while for this to go up, break the Kumo, and reach to the resistance level. But yeah, so in this case, we have to wait for the this Kijun Sen break. The weekly close should be above the Kijun Sen on the weekly, and then target to 14717.4. So yeah, Dax Index seems a bit still bearish. Okay, next one is a Nifty chart. Nifty is now bullish, right? Continuously bullish. It broke the Kumo and also broke the resistance here, broke the previous doji. So I think the market will go up to 18121.60. Okay, that's the Nifty chart. Yep. And next one is the AU200. So AU200 is still bullish also. It broke the Kijun Sen, closed above the Kijun Sen. So yeah, looks like it's going up to the resistance 7299.0. Yeah, that was also the doji break, right? Doji break, Kijun Sen break. So it may go up continuously. Okay, and last one is Hansen Index. So Hansen for me is still bearish because Kumo is down, Kijun Sen is down. This is P wave. It's a P wave. So I think this P wave will be broken bearish. So I will continue to keep, I will just keep this down arrow because this is still downtrend. Okay, that covered the whole index. So now let me cover Bitcoin, all right? So I see some comments about the Bitcoin requests. So here is my analysis. So BTC USD, right? If I check the weekly time frame, still bearish. But good news is that it broke the weekly Tenkan Sen. So and closed above the weekly Tenkan Sen last week. So that means the market may retrace all the way back to the weekly Kijun Sen. So if you buy, then the weekly Kijun Sen will be the target, which is 32931.78. And with that in mind, if you look at the daily time frame is still within the Kumo, technically speaking. So since it's still within the Kumo, we have to wait for the break. Means the close price should be above the Senko span B, and then prepare to buy and a target to the weekly Kijun Sen. So, but it looks good because it has been consecutive bullish in the wave. So I think this uptrend will be continuous. You can also draw the trend line. And this is now bullish. Yeah, but we just wait for the Kumo break on the daily. And I think that will be good. So as compared to the Bitcoin, I think Ethereum is stronger bullishness. Because Ethereum has broke the Kumo long ago in the late July. It already broke the Kumo and it just keeps going up this way. So yeah, I think Bitcoin, will look like this, most likely. So once the Kumo breakout happens, I think uptrend will be continuous. So yeah, in the long term, I think it's bullish. It's my view on the Bitcoin. All right, so now I covered all the markets. So let me do the news review. Okay, so this week starts on the 15th of Monday. We have no big news. Tuesday on the 16th, we have in Australia, there will be RBA's meeting minutes. And also in UK, there will be a climate count change. Unemployment rate also in UK, right? And also CPI report in Canada, BOC. All right, and Wednesday, 17th, we have New Zealand policy statement and also CPI in the UK also. And there will be gross domestic product, GDP, in Euro, retail sales in US, and of course FOMC in the US. And Wednesday the 17th. Okay, next Thursday we have employment change, unemployment rate in Australia, and yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. And Friday the 19th we have retail sales report in Canada, and yeah, that's it for this week. Right, so the biggest event this week will be FOMC, but on Wednesday we have many other big news. So yeah, just be careful. Whenever you see big news, then just stay away and come back after the news. Okay, so that covered the whole topics for today. So now let me check some other comments and do some free talk for the next couple of minutes here. All right, but again, thank you for joining, everyone. Good to see you as always. I always appreciate your comments and participations and support in my YouTube on what I do here. So my wish is to help you become a non-losing trader. So yeah, make sure you don't lose big, but you win big. And that is my strategy and mindset. Okay, yeah, thank you for joining, everyone. Good to see you. Okay, so let's see. First, I see John Hera. He says, hold on, let me see. Let me put this one up here. Okay, John Hera says the crude oil on the weekly Kijun-sen crossed above Tenkan-sen on natural gas. Kumo is flat, Kijun-sen flat, Kijun-sen is up. What is your analysis, Kay? Thanks. So WTI, right? WTI crude oil is bearish, as I mentioned in the live today. Hold on, let me see. Let me switch. So this is this is daily. Weekly is about to break the Kumo. There is a dead cross Tenkan Kijun-sen. So just wait for the Chikou span break. Chikou span break on the weekly, and then there will be a Kumo breakout. So that will be the best setup to sell. So you can sell after the Chikou span break. Before the Kumo breakout, you can sell. Or to be safer, you can wait for the Kumo break and sell. But for me, this is bearish continuously. Okay. All right. Thank you for joining, everyone. Noel, yes, I have covered Nasdaq and Nasdaq and also JP225. Yeah, they are both bullish now. Okay, Matt says if all 5 lines of Ichimoku are, let's say, moving down in value, and the price is below cloud and below Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, does this mean price is bearish equilibrium? Yes, that's exactly right. That's bearish in its equilibrium. Because in terms of Ichimoku, let's say, I think good example would be some index, maybe Nifty would be a good example. Nifty daily chart. So when the price is, this is uptrend, but when the price is above the Tenkan-sen, above Kijun-sen, above Kumo, that means this is bullish from short term to mid term and long term. And if the price breaks the Tenkan-sen, let's say Tenkan-sen goes up this way, but if the price breaks Tenkan-sen like this, that means in the short term, it became bearish, but in the mid-term to long-term, still bullish. And if the price breaks the mid-term Kijun-sen, that means it's short-term, it's bearish in the short to mid-term, but still bullish in the long-term. And if the price breaks the Kumo Senko span B, that means it's bearish from short to mid to long-term. So the idea of Ichimoku is to be able to capture the market momentum at a glance on these 3 different terms. So yes, if the price is above Tenkan Kijun-sen Kumo, that means this is bullish. In its equilibrium, it's bullish in all terms. Okay, let's see. Let me cover some other comments. Yes, EURUSD AD I covered. And Usd Systrank is also down. Yep, that's right. Rajiv says, can we trade intraday with Ichimoku? Yeah, you can. That's possible. You can take the daily time frame and also 1 hour time frame and do some intraday trades. All right, let me see. Let me check some other comments now. Thank you for joining, everyone, again. Good to see you. I hope you're having a great weekend today. Okay. Okay, Kun says, are you a funded trader? Yes, I am. Yes. I never traded with somebody else's money. I only trade with my own money. Yeah, time flies. It's been 6 years now since I started and became full-time. I mean, become profitable. It's 6 years. Technically, I started 9 years ago as a full-time, then failed, and then for the first 2 years was break-even. So at the 3rd year, started to be profitable. So yeah, it took a while for me to be confident on what I was doing. Okay, so let's see. Let me check some other comments now. Okay, John Harris says, how would you see it when Senko Koten appears on 1 hour chart? That means it's bearish in 1 hour, so we can follow 1 hour trend. And if higher time from Kijun-sen, let's say daily Kijun-sen flat, then the target will be the daily Kijun-sen. Okay, let's see. JCNK says, hi K, what is your thoughts if Senko span AB are in different directions? That means the market is depends on the Kumo shape, but if Kumo is just twisted, and then also if the Kumo is just twisted and Senko span AB go in opposite direction, then that will be a range most likely. But we have to look at the lower time frames to see if it's up or range. So yeah, technically we cannot tell by simply looking at the one single time frame in that situation. Okay, yeah, thank you for joining everyone and good to see you. Okay, John O'Hara says, what is your preferred confirmations for the trading edge on M5 chart? I don't have any preferred confirmations. Simply, I take multiple confirmations and take trades. I don't weigh over one after another. I just treat these confirmations equal. Price action, Bollinger Bands, stochastics, Fibonacci bounds. I simply look for the confirmations and entries. Okay. Oh, Wentin Hon, thank you for joining as a Ichimoku membership. Thanks so much. So I wish you enjoy the Ichimoku journey on my Ichimoku community. So make sure you join Discord and get all the perks. But again, Wentin Hon, thank you for joining and stay gold. All right. Yep, you're welcome. Thank you for joining, everyone. Good to see you. Okay, Steven says, for the big news, how long do we need to wait after the news before we can trade again? For that news, I would say you can wait for at least 15 minutes to 30 minutes. I would say 30 minutes will be safer after big news, before and after. So 30 minutes before, you don't trade, and 30 minutes after, you start to come back and check charts. Because you know, market should be less volatile when you take trades. If it's still aggressive and moves very much up and down, then you better stay away. Usually, not only the price is active, but also you will see widespread. Yeah, when the news happens, usually the spread becomes very wide, especially when the news is strong, big, high impact, then the spread becomes wide. So that's also a reason why I don't keep holding and I don't trade at the news. Okay, let's see. Yeah, thank you for joining, everyone. I see many comments here. Okay, Michael says, can you say why DXY is the only currency index that is widely covered? What about the other indices? The other indices, you can actually refer to it, but DXY is basically the the standard or main currency index, right? For me, when I take trades in Forex, I don't really check DXY or index because they don't really correlate. Sometimes they do, but not always. So I don't really refer to DXY or other indices to trade. Because Forex is basically the power balance between two currencies. So even if USD is strong, if the other currency is also strong, then the market might rearrange. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, let's see. Chi says, hello, how can a foreigner trade in Japan? What brokers can you recommend? That I am not really sure. I recommend to use xmtrading.com, but because that's a broker that I have been using when I was in Japan. But yeah, as a foreigner, I'm not really sure. I think you have to do some research. Yeah, because yeah, I think it's also up to visa, right? Yeah, and I'm not really sure exactly. So Yeah, sorry, I don't really know. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Okay, please analyze Titan stock. Okay, I'm not really sure about Titan, but let me see if I can find. I just put Titan. I'm not really sure which one, so yeah. Let me just skip this one. All right. Yes, win big and lose little. Yes, that's important. Okay, Rain says Usd Systrank is on the monthly support and all-time low. Is it still safe to sell it? Okay, let me check. Usd Systrank is all-time low in the monthly. Yeah, so here's a monthly chart. Monthly chart is also pointing down, so this is bearish continuously. And oh yeah, there was a support actually. There was a support on the monthly here on 0.9649. So yeah, it may break. So once it breaks that support level, yeah, it's like it goes down continuously. I think it goes down, yeah. And looks like there is no previous supports. So yeah, this is like the last stand. Yeah, if it breaks, I think the market goes down continuously, yeah. Okay, I can see also a nice head and shoulders. And here was a neckline break. Neckline became the resistances and the market is going down. Oh yeah, this is bearish. Okay, yeah. Thank you for joining everyone. Good to see you. Okay. Yes, Bitcoin is on the bull market, but you have to wait for the Kumo break on the daily time frame. Alright, John Hera says, may you please analyze natural gas? Weekly shows flat Kumo, Kijun Sen is up. Okay, let me see. If Kumo flat, then you better wait for the Kumo to be up, right, on the weekly. But let me check just in case. Natural gas on the weekly time frame, it's yeah, Kijun Sen is up, but Kumo flat, so it's range. Yeah, we have to wait for the Kumo up to buy. So most likely that will be the resistance breakout. Resistance, sorry, I have too many lines. Resistance on 9.644 and buy. Yeah, I don't really follow natural gas, so I'm not really sure what's happening. But in terms of technical analysis, it's like that. Yeah, okay, daily looks good though. Daily is up now. Kumo is up. Kijun Sen up on the daily. So yeah, it may break resistances, looks like. Yeah, so in this case, it's bullish. Bullish on the daily, flat on the weekly. Okay, Hussein says, any news on JPY? Is it going to be bearish continuously or the policy has changed? Yeah, simply the JPY, I mean JPY pairs has been ranging now. I see USD JPY is continuously ranging. Well, weekly is up, but daily is now retracing ranging. So I think in the long term, still bullish. USD JPY is still bullish on the long term, and Pound JPY is still technically bullish on the weekly, but this is descending P wave on the daily, so it's a bit bearish. So Pound JPY is a bit bearish. But USD JPY is still bullish on the weekly. Euro JPY is ranging now. And AUD JPY is bullish now. It's about to break the resistance. I think AUD JPY looks the best for the JPY pairs. And yeah, CAD JPY is also bullish on the weekly, and Swiss franc JPY is also bullish on the weekly. Yeah, so it looks like overall JPY pairs are bullish still in the long term, but in the short term, based on the daily time frame, they're all ranging or retracing. That's why it's kind of difficult to trade the JPY pairs as intraday, as it spikes basically. Okay. Oh, Wisdom says Titan Company Ltd NSE. All right, let me check. So, okay, it's this one. All right. So, let me check. Weekly is ranging now. Because Chikou span touching. Almost too small. I think daily is up. Yeah, daily is up. So you can follow the daily uptrend. It's above the Kijun, above the Tenkan-sen. So if you're buying it, then you can just keep holding as long as price above the Tenkan-sen. So, and when the price comes below Tenkan-sen, that will be an exit timing. It may happen at the previous resistances, 2572.90. It may be resisted and breaks the Tenkan-sen. And then wait for the breakout of the resistance and buy again. That will be the trading plan. Okay, let's see. JJ says, are you looking for entries during specific trading sessions? No, I don't. Simply, I screen chart 3 times per day, and whenever I see confirmations, then I take them. Yeah, but usually UK and New York sessions are active, and Asian sessions are quiet. But I do screen charts on the Asian session, and if there's a nice confirmation in the Asian session, I take it. Okay, Charlie3 says, is Wanda reputable broker for small accounts? I used to use Wanda before, and my experience is not really good. Yeah, this is my personal opinion, but Wanda sometimes have some different charts from other brokers, and spread can be a bit wide. So I think it's not really for the small accounts. I used to use Wanda to trade also, but also Wanda provides some unique tools like heat map, or this the graph where you see the position orders on the right side. Like this, you see this the graph on the right side. Wanda has its own like this, and you can kind of see the resistance and supports in the future like this. Wanda has it also, and currency strings and market order flows. They have these tools, and that's why I opened some accounts in Wanda. But because I don't use it to trade, I closed my account. Yeah, so for me now, I only use the charts and Ichimoku Kinko Hyo and candlesticks in higher time frames only. I don't refer to any other tools, any other order flows and anything like that. Before I was using, because it was fun. It was fun to analyze, different aspects in the markets. So, but now I simplified my own strategy. Okay, JJ says, on Euro Swiss franc, check that low on different brokers. The Forex.com low is way lower for 2015. Okay, yeah. So like that, each broker has different data, and sometimes the charts maybe look different. Yeah. So that means the way indicator shows might be different. Because if lows and highs are different, then Ichimoku lines will behave differently. So in a trading view, I make sure to use this FXCM. You see the broker, like when you choose which pair to view, let's say Euro USD, you have multiple brokers to select. FXCM, Oanda, Forex.com, IDC, Pepperstone. You have many choices, right? And basically, there's no difference, but sometimes you see some difference, some big differences. Like I've seen some Oanda has lots of wicks, many wicks up and down than FXCM. And I've seen, I think it was Saxo or FTX, I forgot, but I think one of these brokers' data also has some different behavior, different look than the other brokers. So I simply use FXCM because it looks identical to what I use in my broker, fx.com. I'm sorry, xm.com, xmtrading.com is identical in FXCM, so I use this one to view charts. Yeah, so they do look a bit different, and that's kind of tricky part. Okay, so looks like it's been almost 1 hour now, so I think I will end the live stream in a couple minutes now. Okay, Five says, out of all the indicators, why do you use Ichimoku? Because Ichimoku helped me. Ichimoku helped me to see charts in different perspectives than candlesticks. And Ichimoku also gave me some inspirations in terms of psychology and mindset than other indicators. Because I read the Ichimoku original books, I'm kind of attached to Ichimoku. So I'm a Japanese trader, and I read Japanese, of course, but even if I'm not Japanese, I might be using Ichimoku because I like that concept. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think I will end the live for now. I see many other comments, but I'm sorry I couldn't cover all these. But after I finish this live, I will come back to this archive and enjoy the rest of your comments. So again, thanks so much for joining every time. And I wish you have a great weekend for the rest of the weekend. And I will see you on the next one. So again, looks like the markets are becoming active now. So we might see some new opportunities this week. So please monitor charts, and whenever you see any opportunities, simply take them and exit with a small losses, but try to extend the profit as much as possible. Okay, so one last announcement is that tomorrow I will be uploading one video about the theme in August 2022 because last Friday, 2 days back last Friday, I wasn't able to upload the video because the markets were active. So instead of uploading the video, I did the live stream. So Friday I didn't upload, and today I do the live. So tomorrow on Monday, I upload one video, and Tuesday another video about the theme in August, about my strategy. So hopefully for the next 2 days, Monday, Tuesday, you enjoy these videos. Alright, so again, thank you for joining everyone. I hope you have a great weekend. And until I see you next time in a video or live stream, please stay healthy and stay safe and stay gold. Alright, bye for now everyone. Mata ne. Thanks so much.